to our little table here. Oh, there's a couple other ones I'm not really going to go through. The USGS Metadata Wizard is newer than the EPA. It was published in 2014. It's our toolbox. So you have to have ArcGIS to do it, and it's similar. You know, there's some differences in how the interface works, and you might like that better. Basically, you know, also can create a very standards compliant metadata record. So, and then there's an online tool if you need to do FGDC metadata online. Right now, Mermaid is the only one, and my warning to you is that Mermaid is quite complicated. So if you don't have to use it, I wouldn't use it. But if you, one of its benefits actually is that you can convert a FGDC record to an ISO 19115-2 record. I got a couple errors, but they were pretty easily solved. And then there's this USGS Online Metadata Editor, which I've been anxiously awaiting. Actually, the new notice says it'll be available the week of August 21st. Last week it said it would be available July 20th. So, anyways, this is going to be available to the general public, and be interesting to see how that one works. But the other one I want to show you a little more detail is this ATRAC, A-T-R-A-C. Let me copy this. And we have also used this one successfully. You need to request a login, and it kind of looks like it's for people that want to submit information to the data centers, to the NOAA data centers, but it's actually, you can also use it in kind of a standalone mode just for creating metadata entries. So, and they call them projects, which I found a little bit confusing because I thought that a project might be a whole bunch of metadata records, but it's actually just a single metadata record. So once you get your login, you get in, you go, okay, you can create a new project, or, you know, I've got some in here already. Oops, it looks like it's currently reloading. Let's just stop that. Okay. So this is my test one right here. And yeah, so you can import from another project. One of the downsides of this tool right now is that you can't import from an external file. But once you have one record created, you can import from that one. So you could use, you could use it. You basically have to make your own first one, and then you can use that as a template. And a little bit slow. Don't think it's ATRAC generally has, I think, a very nice interface. So I might be having some internet pokiness. So this tool, yeah, will create ISO 19115-2. Okay, and you click on that, and then it says you select a version. So basically what happens is every time you make a change and you save it, it saves a version of it. So if you messed up, you can actually go back to a previous version. But for the most part, you want to work on your latest one here. And yeah, so again, there's sort of the multiple tab mode, and things with stars, with asterisks, are required if you need to. There's sort of these little plus add, if there's multiples of certain things, like multiple responsible parties, you can add another one. And one of the one of the gotchas for this tool relative to the portal is that there's a couple of different places to put URLs. The first page is the identification page or tab, and there's a place to put websites, and you think, oh great, okay, I'll put all my information in here. Well, it turns out that that is not getting pulled into the West Coast Ocean Data Portal, or it's not going to be displayed. Your full metadata will always be there so people can access it, but the ones that are going to get highlighted on the West Coast Ocean Data Portal are in the Access tab, so things for data distribution. So if you want to, if you want stuff to show up here as clickable links, then they need to go into the Access tab and the distribution component. So then you can validate directly, so that's nice. You don't have to go to an external tool. And you can save, versions. Okay, this is a little taking a while. Oops, forget that. You get the idea. It again will tell you, where you forgot things. And you can preview it. Let's go back. The other thing that wasn't totally intuitive to me when I first worked with this was how to export it. So you have to go to the Edit Projects area again. While we're waiting for that, another nice thing actually is that you can specify other users to be able to edit. So we were able to have several people. I could sort of create a template for someone, and then the people who knew the content to go in and update it and change it. So it's a nice sort of collaborative way to work. All right, and another kind of minor gotcha on this one is on the identification tab as well, on item 15. Whoops. Oh no. It's currently unavailable. Okay, so the point of contact, it has a note here. It says the first point of contact should be the data set distributor. That has something to do with the way that they, on the back end, the way they convert it into the XML file. So if you have multiple points of contact, make sure your distributor is listed first. I think, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up there.